Please, that one's dirty. They're all dirty.
Depends. What do you want inside you?
This one, I think this one's just peanut butter.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Target Audience Podcast. As always, I'm Ben.
With TJ, that's me.
And I'm Pierce.
Hey, yeah, this is our first consistent time back.
Yeah,
it is.
On our new schedule, we managed to not miss the date.
Yeah, it is the format's it's rolling.
It's working.
And I thought it was another good list of movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
all-
it was a good solid.
We watched all three.
Good
We all
2 weeks.
covered.
Yeah, I watched all three. I actually watched Martin really early this morning.
Oh, there you go.
Cutting it close, man.
I watched Shape of Water last night.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, fuck, I still haven't seen Martin. And I was like, I couldn't fall asleep anyway. I was like, I'll just watch it right now.
There you go. Knock it out.
How many seasons did you get through?
Oh shit, I watched the wrong one.
I thought Ben's like, I thought this was a movie podcast.
I thought it was a vampire movie, but it was just like a sitcom.
Yeah, it's real weird. I don't know. Why did Rodriguez get associated with this? I don't. Do you have writing credits?
It's very different from Romero's other work.
All right. So, for those of you who don't know, we're three guys who watch movies and then talk about it on the internet. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. There's gonna be spoilers. I'll throw up some time codes for the old stuff. Sorry, I'm not warning you. Just figure it out. But for the new release, I'll give you a nice spoiler warning for it. Otherwise, should be pretty easy listening this week. Nothing too crazy that I have to cut. So before we get into it, Pierce, how was your week? Do anything crazy?
I didn't do anything. No, I've just been hanging out.
Just hanging out. All right. Did you watch anything that was outside of the norm of the movies that we had to watch?
I watched a movie that I really didn't like.
What?
I watched this movie on Amazon Prime called Cook Off.
All right. What was it
And
about?
it's like those Christopher Guest mockumentary things, like This Is Spinal Tap or Show Dogs and stuff like that.
It was just.
But it wasn't done by him, so it was someone else doing it. And then you could tell they were really trying super hard to be like him.
Yeah, they were aping his style.
And
but,
it was from 2007, I believe. And Melissa McCarthy's in it, and they have
that's
her.
already a red
Stop.
flag.
They have
Stop
her,
right there.
They had her in the trailer. No, but it wasn't like her usual Melissa McCarthy stuff. She was actually doing a character for once.
Mhm. This is before she made it. It was
Yeah.
2007.
And she was actually doing a character, and the trailer kind of heavily played on her, but then she's barely in the movie.
What was the name of the movie again? Cock Off? How would you spell that?
Cook Off.
Cook Off.
Cook Off.
Not
Cook
cock
Off.
off.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought it was
And
some weird Russian thing.
It's about a cook off, and it's these people.
Cook-off.
The only funny aspect of the movie was the dad of the Wheezy kid from Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, okay.
The fat
Jordan Black?
No,
I'm just guessing.
no, not he's old.
Louis Anderson.
No, he's a black man.
Not a lot of black guys on IMDb here. Is it Nick Ray Angels?
No, I'm sure he would have a picture because he was in.
Probably.
He's recognizable. He's in those what is it? CarMax with the guy from that show Review.
Oh,
Sure.
I know what
Pat.
you're talking about.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
He's in one of the recent ones. He's really
Let's see.
skinny now.
Wheezy Kid, Malcolm in the Middle. Dad? Stephen Kennerbon.
That's the.
No, let's see.
Oh wait, but go to maybe
Sexual kid. Parents. Abe Kennerbon.
him.
Oh, played by...
Oh, he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. He was the Rhino before he gets turned into a rhino.
Was he Rocksteady? Right?
Yeah, he's
Bebop
the.
and Rocksteady? I always
Talking
get
about
the two
in
confused.
the newer Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the live action
I
ones,
didn't
and
watch
it's
that.
it shows that he's his
Oh,
face is in
okay.
it and everything, and then he turns into a CGI rhino with
Gary
some laugh
Anthony
stuff.
Williams.
I never actually saw it. Just Gary Anthony Williams. That's his name. Well, his character was actually really funny in the
The Cook-Off movie?
in the Cook-Off movie because he was this black guy that was adopted by a white family.
Like-
And he's married to this white woman, or he's about to get married. He's engaged to a white woman, but he's so obviously homosexual. So and it the joke goes on that's kind of the one trick pony with that character.
Mhm.
But there's just just a really funny scene where he's like in the hotel, and he's talking about how he doesn't want to share a bed with her, and he's like, because like they're all, he's like, it's like them two and then the wife's sister, and they all have to be in a hotel room together, and then he's like, I do not want to share a bed with you, because I know that if I lay next to you, that I would make love to you so vigorously and so fast that she would not want to be here for that. And then he's like, I'll take the air mattress and you two share the bed. He's like, would it be weird if we hung like a sheet between the two beds? And like, that was funny, but
Overall, as a movie.
I wouldn't watch it
Don't
again. I wouldn't
waste my
recommend
time.
it.
Look up that one scene on YouTube.
Yeah, look
Okay.
at that one scene. And then they had like a good, like at the end credits, it was the same scene. And it was like just a bunch of different takes of it. And
Just
like him saying it different
improv.
ways. And it was still funny.
All right.
And that was Cock Off.
Cook off. Shut up.
Cuck Off?
Cook off.
Who can out cuck each other?
You could literally include that scene in all 3 versions.
All right,
Oh my
TJ.
god, you could.
What are we? What did you get up to this week?
Watch some movies. You know, it was just kind of a mellow
Well,
week.
is there
Working
anything-
movies. I
What are you
watched.
talking about?
I'm trying to think. I watched that Bad Channels movie. It was pretty fun. It was like a full moon release from like '92,
Okay.
and
What's it called?
it was it's called Bad Channels.
What, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, and it's like this crazy like super cheesy B movie
Hell yeah.
about like this shock jock radio station jock or well the shock jock.
Yeah,
Anyway, anyway, he takes a job after doing something in the middle of nowhere. It's like I don't even know where it is, but these aliens come down and take over the radio station, and he's like a Howard Stern character, so he's always doing goofy gimmicks. Everyone thinks the alien invasion isn't real,
Oh
but
my
he's
God.
broadcasting it. He's like, "Please come to the station."
Kind of
and
like
save
War of
us."
the Worlds, but the
Yeah.
opposite. Instead of it being fake, people think it's real.
Yeah,
it's
people,
real.
people just
fake.
people just think it's him being funny, and no one's coming to the radio station to help him.
This sounds
and
great.
and the 2 aliens, their whole gimmick is they want to kidnap Earth women and shrink them and like I guess use them for research purposes. And the way they do it is they use the radio waves, and every time they do it, it turns into like some kind of crazy like music video style like vision.
Ooh.
a radio
Really
girl's
good.
heads. And Blue Oyster Cult
Yeah,
did the
it-
soundtrack,
I-
a good chunk
Wow.
of the soundtrack, and there's a bunch of '90s bands on there too.
I saw Blue Oyster Cult when I was a little kid in concert. They opened up for Aerosmith.
Oh, cool
Before
shit.
they all died.
Yeah.
They didn't hold.
Before they all died.
No, but it's pretty cool because they did like a lot of the songs in it, and then like all the other ones are kind of like these '90s bands that you've never quite heard of,
Oh,
but they're
nice.
still like
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Yeah,
It's a really cool movie, dude. I just picked it up randomly for $5, just off the cover kind of thing. I
Oh,
was
like, just like
fuck
at
it,
like
yeah.
a physical DVD.
Yeah, it was at like a Grindhouse
Even
Video.
more interesting.
It was at the
That's like
Grindhouse
finding
Video.
an old
Just looking through
VHS
it.
nowadays.
Yeah, it's so
Speaking
cool.
of VHS, I have a shit ton of VHS tapes I pulled out of the attic.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
I got some like
Give me
old
some
like
snuff films.
snuff films and old recordings of Scooby Doo.
Oh, hell yeah. It's gonna be like Scooby-Doo, and it's just gonna like cut to a snuff film for like a brief second, but then back to Scooby-Doo.
It would explain a lot of my
It's-
childhood.
yeah.
There's subliminal snuff films mixed into all the
Yeah,
childhood
it's-
cartoons
like
my
it
dad
says-
recorded for me.
Like it says home movies scribbled out, then it says snuff films scribbled out, then it says home
Scooby-Doo.
movies again, and then it's a splice between actual home movies of you, the TV show home movies, and then an actual snuff
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
That would be a terrifying thing to watch. Just a splice of all 3 of those happening at once.
You just hear oh god, what's the voice actor for Archer? John
John
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you just hear John Benjamin just doing
As the
narration,
coach.
narration over a snuff film with like Lil Ben in the
and then
background.
it's like, here comes Ben's first steps.
but each step I'm taking is a gunshot.
And then it just turns into like a heartbeat.
Just like Pizza Time.
Oh my god. Pizza time.
Pizza Time's an old classic.
We just described something that sounds like a deleted scene from The Holy Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
It is.
All right, so since someone's gonna ask me how my week was,
How was your week, Ben?
Sorry, we got kind of off track with the...
Yeah, you know.
My week was fantastic. I put in a bid for a new house. Fingers crossed on that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Started watching
Wow.
Arrested Development.
The new season?
Well, I'm watching the remix season
Oh, I
because
was saying- I
I
did
quit
the same
halfway
thing.
through when it was originally released because I was like, I'm not digging this.
Mhm.
But I like it better with the remix.
Yeah, it makes it watchable.
I still need to check
Um,
that out. That's
So
pretty
so
good.
far, I'm like 5-6 episodes deep. I want to say.
It's-
So
it's a little bit of an improvement. It's not like brand new.
yeah. So I'm making my way through it. It's fine. Hoping it gets better next season. Because if next season doesn't hold up, then I'm out. I'm done with that.
The next season, it's better than the fourth one, but I would say it's as good as like the first
originals.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, the originals are so good.
They're so funny. I can rewatch. It's like the same thing. I think not every TV show, but most TV shows, most comedy TV shows, they usually have a strong like 3 seasons.
And then it just gets stale. You
And
bring
then
in
it
new
gets
writers.
stale.
Like the characters
Like
become
think about like
caricatures of
SpongeBob. The
themselves.
first 3 seasons of SpongeBob.
They still hold up.
Throwing SpongeBob.
They hold up
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, no, they're
3 movies
good.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, there's not too many shows that like go
The
farther
movie's
than that. Yeah.
right. The movie.
That's
was
the deciding
amazing.
point.
I
Yeah.
love the SpongeBob movie. That's a masterpiece. We should discuss that one of these days.
All right.
The first one?
You've all seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
First one.
okay.
I never saw the second
We need
one.
to do, like,
I
a
didn't want
rewatch.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
We should do like a remix week where we just talk about nostalgic stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could do that one day.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
The only show that's one of the main shows that's an exception to the 3 solid season rule, though, in terms of comedy, It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I was just
It's
about
always
to say
on
that.
these.
Yeah,
they're
it
going on
starts
what,
off
the
weak
14th
and gets
season?
stronger.
What are they
Step-
coming up on? Like what season?
It's like
8?
13,
Yeah, I
season
know.
13.
Is it,
comes out.
it's not 13. No
Yeah, no,
way.
because their whole
It's-
gimmick's like the 13th.
yeah,
kind of thing.
Sunny the
Are you
13th.
shitting me?
I
It's
wanna
been
say
around
it's-
that
I
long.
wanna say it's
13 years of
13,
Always
yeah.
Sunny.
Whoa.
And it comes on in September.
It's been on for fucking ever, dude.
September
Yeah.
5th, I believe.
And it's consistently.
Fuck, there is.
It's consistently funny as
It's
shit.
it's so funny.
Damn.
I recently
The promos are hilarious because they keep reenacting like horror movie
Yeah.
scenes, like Psycho and stuff.
Alright.
I recently just came across I have a Hulu account now, but it's not. So there's this guy I follow.
Check
on
out
Twitter.
Venture Brothers.
Yeah, no, it's on my watch list. Actually.
New season started last week.
Oh shit, I got it. I haven't started the show at all, so I gotta watch it all. But
This
this guy I follow on Twitter is like it's like selling Spotify accounts and Hulu accounts, and then he just like tweeted randomly. He's like, "Hit me up if you want to buy a Spotify account or if you want free Hulu."
Why
and I was
don't you
like,
just-
"Well, I don't want to buy something." And I DM'd him like, "Hey, I'd like Hulu," and he just gave me an email and a password, and it's just a Hulu account.
That sounds insanely sketchy.
So
what stops you? Why don't you just get a Hulu account like the right way?
Because money.
but it was free.
Oh,
It
this
was
is
the Hulu
free.
account's free.
Okay.
No, I didn't, yeah.
Why
he's
don't
like,
you get a
free Hulu?
Why would you sell a Spotify account? There's no value
So-
from getting someone else's Spotify account. though.
What he's doing, it's like
If you're a
because you have to pay
premium member.
monthly for Spotify.
Oh, so he'll get it when it's on sale, like discounted, where they do like their special, like, hey, buy a year for $10
I
or
don't-
whatever
I
kind of
have-
thing, and then he gets
I
a
have
bunch.
no
and-
idea how it works, but
farms
it's like
it out.
$30 and it's a year of Spotify,
Huh?
and it's like usually like $10 a month.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Hulu was just like free, and then he's like just shout me out, and I was like okay, and then he just gave me an email and password, and now I just have Hulu. I don't know. He did
Yeah,
this
as long as
before
it
with
works, right?
He gave me like
Does this count as shouting him out?
I don't know his ad name.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. Well, sorry,
I
buddy.
already tweeted out.
Okay.
I did it. I did my.
I thought we
things.
were gonna have our first sponsor.
But
He's like, "He'll hook us up with Hulu accounts." Fuck yeah.
he hooked me up with a Spotify account once recently, but it eventually like stopped working after a little
Yeah.
bit. So I don't know how long I'm gonna have this Hulu account, but I'm really digging
Milk it while you
Hulu.
can.
I'm really digging Hulu, so I
Does
think
Hulu
I
still
might
have
just
commercials?
no,
Oh,
not
okay.
this Hulu
Not if you
account. I
pay
think I'm just
for
gonna
it.
start.
You can
Really?
pay for the premium. Like I think there's options.
Oh.
I'm just gonna. I might just buy Hulu after this
no.
runs out because I really like Hulu.
I
I think I'm gonna ditch my Netflix.
Really?
Are you?
I think so.
Yeah, Netflix. I haven't been.
I'm just
using
fucking
it.
tired of it.
I
Yeah, but
haven't been using
Netflix
it.
just put on a bunch of A24 flicks.
That is true. I'll watch like 9 movies and I'll just be like, all right, cancel
I
you.
think
I have better shit to do with my
Amazon
money.
Prime is really good because they have a lot of good movies. on
Prime's just
Amazon
great.
Prime.
Prime's good.
Prime
Yeah,
is great if you.
Then you
like
can have a
movies.
digital library too.
Yeah.
But
basically.
Hulu, if you want to watch like literally any TV show, Hulu is
That's
the
where
fucking
it's at.
man. It's
Yeah.
just, it's like I looked up fucking Rocco's Modern Life and
That's right.
Cowboy Bebop, and
Yeah.
it's just all there. Like
They
every
got
episode.
Hulu's got good shit on it.
I need to check out Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Bebop's
Bebop. I started
one
watching
of the best.
it.
I've only heard nothing but good things about it.
Yep.
If you like, have you seen Brick
Yeah.
by Ryan Johnson? That's if you haven't seen that, it has. He took a lot of like stylistic choices from Cowboy Bebop. Like it's not set in the future or in space, but like just like the character,
Brick's
like the way he
a
acts.
movie?
Yeah, Brick.
Okay.
With young Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like 2005.
Yep. This was pre-Hesher.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's like a detective noir movie, but it's a
Ryan
high
Johnson,
school.
like, is that the Star Wars guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was before
When he
did-
made good shit.
He did Looper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
When he made good shit.
Yeah, when he made good shit.
Huh.
But definitely check it. It's like a detective noir movie,
No shit.
but it
okay.
takes place in a high school.
Huh. Never heard
But
of
it's
that.
not like cheesy, like over the top, like
Yeah.
it's just like it's a very laid back movie.
Cool.
Kind of like the
I'm
story
down with
just
that.
kind of unfolds, and you're just like,
You're along for the ride.
I'm
yeah.
gonna make a note right down on that.
All right, so getting into this week's movies. I'm gonna put it up to you guys. You want to talk about Shape of Water or Martin first?
Let's talk about Martin.
All right, so
All right.
Martin. Is,
I like Martin. I really liked Martin.
Martin
a lot.
is a George Romero film. I think earlier I said Rodriguez on accident. I might have. I'm calling myself on
Romero.
it. But it's Romero.
I watched Rodriguez as Martin too.
a completely different movie.
Yeah. It's about a young man who believes himself to be a vampire, who goes to live with his elderly and hostile cousin, who's like really fucking old. So cousin is weird because in your head you think cousin's similar age, same generation. In a small Pennsylvania town where he tries to redeem his blood-craving urges.
I guess if that's what you want to say as a plot synopsis, because when I read that synopsis, boy thinks he's a vampire.
This is what
goes
you
to say. Holy!
This isn't a synopsis.
shit.
This is a primer for the movie.
Yeah,
No,
but that
that's what it is.
that did not even remotely sell me on what I was getting
No.
into from scene one.
It opens with a murder rape.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
With he sedates a woman.
That is a
gets naked with her.
fucking
Rapes
disturbing
her.
movie.
He gets
Slits her wrists.
money shot all over his chest.
Not only that, he also says things like, You're just supposed to go to sleep. It's okay. I'm good with needles."
Yeah.
Like, that,
I'm
something
careful
about-
with the needles.
something
I'm
about-
really careful
Something
with the
about
needles.
an awkward teenager carrying around a bunch of fucking needles and going, "I'm careful with them."
Ugh.
That's it.
Yeah, unnerving
And then-
from the get-go.
And when he's talking,
Martin's a lot like Jared, if you think about it. If Jared started carrying around needles, I'm like, he's doing some vampire shit. I know.
this movie was really good. It was
a good movie.
It's like
and it has a weird
It's a really
sense of humor, too.
good
Yeah.
character study.
Yeah, it's so weird because there's
And it-
parts where you think you're like, oh, he's like almost like a normal person, like you,
But then he's like,
in ways that like he's a human in some scenes
Yeah.
where you're like,
And you know what's weird, too, is...
but he's not. He's a fucking monster.
Yeah,
he's a fucking monster,
but
but
he
then
like
also...
still sympathize with him.
But
Yeah.
some of the characters that he meets in the community are also shitty, weird people.
They are
too.
shitty weird people.
They're so weird.
One, his cousin, the uncle or whatever
Yeah.
not uncle,
The cousin.
the Colonel Sanders.
Which is
guy
also
that
it's
he's
just
staying
because
with.
like their cousin's like, well, he's a vampire.
He goes, he's
Yeah.
like,
So-
I
That's
know
what
you're
he's-
Nosferatu.
and he says he's 84.
Yeah. And if
So-
you feed on anybody in this town,
Oh, no.
I will put a stake straight through you.
But like, he,
I will save your soul, and I think it's like destroy
I will
you.
destroy
Then there's
you.
Yeah.
a weird like 70s porno subplot of like just a lonely housewife that's like, I want to fuck the
Who wants-
grocery boy.
Yeah.
And then there's the
Oh,
girl who
dude.
wants to get out of town with her abusive boyfriend.
But
and-
dude, I couldn't help but smirk at like some of just the situation, like at the end, the one at the when he goes to the girl that he was stalking at the grocery store
Mm-hmm.
to like feed on her, and she actually had a boyfriend
yeah.
over.
Who are you?
Yeah.
And
Wasn't
he's like,
supposed
look,
to.
man, don't get
Yeah.
hasty.
But something about him running around and sticking people with needles once again,
Yeah.
super unnerving.
And he's just so like he just like immediately like instinctively just hops over to the guy and sticks someone super
Yep.
quickly.
oh my
Okay,
god,
he's good with the needles.
And
Like
then
he doesn't fuck around. He is
But
good.
then
with
the way it's shot
But
too
he
is very.
realizes the guy's a big guy, so he has to hit him with another needle.
The way it's shot too is very claustrophobic too. Like the scenes are close up, so it's like the struggle is like it's like you're in the middle of it and like
Yeah.
he's trying to stick you with a needle. And
I love
It makes you feel anxious.
I love
and
the
he calls up
moment.
the radio station too.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
and he's
about.
just
We were
like,
talking about
I've never done the sexy
Yeah.
stuff.
And he's the count.
awake.
Awake. I wish I
Yeah.
could do the sexy stuff awake, and it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It's definitely like a, by the end of it, take a cold shower kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's and then like
Every week we have a cold shower movie.
it's a cold shower.
Since the beginning, we've had a cold shower movie in every one.
Oh, dude, there's
including
some,
Inside Out.
There's some weird scene cuts in that movie too, like the one where it zooms in on that weird,
Baby.
creepy doll.
Yes, the
Yeah.
baby doll. I was
Oh
just about
my
to bring that
God,
up.
dude.
Um,
You're gonna have to put a picture of
Yeah,
that. There.
I'm
Maybe find a
making a
gif.
note,
Find
yeah.
a gif of it or something.
I really like. Speaking of the weird people in the town, like there was just random people yelling at him like for being lazy in the store. He's just like chilling in the store.
I know.
Like they're like, "Hey, you need to do work. Hey, you need to tell your employee to do work. He's lazy. We work hard in this town." See, I've never been to Pittsburgh, so I don't know if that's how it is.
Family's all from Pittsburgh on my step family. I don't think that's how it works. But
They're
this was
just
also
crazy
1978. Maybe things were
And you
different
know-
back
and it's
then.
such a
You know
so
what's cool is
70s.
throughout the whole movie,
It is very 70s.
it has moments though that like you're pretty sure as a viewer that he's not a vampire. He's just a weird guy that has this delusion in his head.
He
and that's
thinks
his
he's a vampire.
That's his justification
Yeah.
for his actions. But
then
there's certain moments in that movie where you're like, is he a vampire? For a split second, because they do these weird flashback scenes.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like the deja vu.
Where he's like,
old time with modern time.
Where he's like, he's pursuing that woman and
with the candlestick. And then he also says he's 84. He's like, oh, I'm old. I'm 84.
Yeah.
You're not
it's like
quite sure.
More like actual like original vampire mythology lines up with this, where it's like,
and then he's just saying the myths aren't true about the garlic, and he says like vampires are real. It's just not all the bullshit you've heard.
Yeah.
And you're like, that could make sense. And once again,
it kind of is like,
oh,
do we ever?
I love when he
never
gets
really.
I love when he gets in a fight with.
I think he is.
I love when he gets in a fight with the Colonel Sanders looking cousin.
Kuda.
And he's
Think
like,
his
"You're a
name's Kuda?
vampire." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a vampire, whatever." And then like he ends up dressing like
Oh,
Dracula in one
He's
part.
like, "It's just
and I was like,
a costume."
I'm glad this is a serious situation, and you just want to play games. You had that Dracula costume ready.
Yeah, he's like, he has the rosary and stuff, and then he hits him with the cane. He's like, he spits the teeth out. He's like, it's just a costume.
Tell you what, how much of a crazy ending that was too.
Yeah.
Because like he didn't even kill that girl.
Of course,
because that was the one girl he liked and respected. Yeah. And then that's the one that like ends up getting him like stake through the heart.
No,
but
insane
then
ending.
He still deserves the stake through the heart.
Yeah, he does. He's a terrible fucking person throughout this whole movie.
Yeah, multiple murders and rapes.
This movie's
no fucking around.
If you're into like really just obscure and disturbing movies,
it's kind of hard to believe it's a George Romero movie. It doesn't feel like one to me. Like,
I don't know. It had
Dawn of the Dead is such a fun movie.
Have you ever watched
Dawn of the Dead? I'm happy watching that movie. I'm like, yeah, fucking zombies, fucking.
Have you ever seen like
Martin
Bruiser?
Brown face.
Bruiser's another one that's like a weird one that he did that's not
I've never
zombie
seen that.
related. Yeah.
No.
I guess when he's not doing his zombie stuff, he just wants to like
be serious. He wants to be taken.
But he also
like fucking.
He also has signature things that like just
hell.
social commentary, like satirical in a.
Did he ever make a Frankenstein movie?
I don't.
Because zombies, Frankenstein, vampire. Like he needs to like have his own Romero verse.
Yeah. Romero extended universe.
I think
the dark universe.
To me, the sense of humor in it kind of was signature Romero.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Because he always has this kind of like weird, ironic, and like weird social commentary,
but which he doesn't have in this.
Sort of.
It's like,
well, and when you look at it from like about like alienation and like how he does throw in like little twisted humor stuff though about like those towns.
I feel you're right.
It's there.
He's talking about rundown, small suburbia.
It's not in your face, but it's
not
there.
like in a lot of his other movies where he's just like fuck capitalism,
or something like that,
or fuck racism.
Yeah.
Like he's got like like.
I don't think it's, but I think it's still there. I think there's still signature elements.
It's actually just more subtle.
You know what's funny too is when you Google this movie, and it actually deterred me from watching it a few times because when you Google it, it says the movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yes.
And I was like,
holy
what the
shit?
fuck? And every version I found, it kept saying 95 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, I don't want to watch the wrong kind of thing. And then I looked it up, and I think I read somewhere that his original version was 2 hours and 45 minutes, but it was cut down, and that was never the version.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm sure
Google
there's
it,
I'm
just saying Google lies.
Yeah. No. Shape of Water was fucking long though.
Shape of Water
was
a
2-hour movie.
Yeah, it is.
And but Martin, with the sense of humor, I really liked when Romero shows up and he's like the priest, the young hip priest, and like he's like trying to like hold in laughter when the old guy's like telling him about like, do you believe in demons and possession, and he's just like, there's this old guy that I know that does. If you want to talk to him,
you
ever see The Exorcist? That's pretty good. And then this came around it came out like around the same time as Exorcist.
Came out 78. So Exorcism was
what 74? 70.
He's the power of the internet.
It's like if you're watching Spider-Man.
I want to see what I'm at. 73 or 74.
I'm gonna put money on.
Guess.
That's like if you watch the next
73.
Oh yes.
It's like so that's like if you watch the next Spider-Man movie and he like name drops Hereditary. He's like, you see Hereditary? That was a scary movie.
You were like, Peter, you even see fucking Star Wars. What are you talking about? Weirdo. Watching Hereditary.
This is a Disney movie.
All right. Cool. So that's Martin.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It's great.
It's fucked up.
It's
fucked up. It's great.
It's a good cold shower movie.
It is.
Yeah.
And then Shape of Water. Let's get to Shape of Water.
Let's transition to Shape of Water.
I didn't know Shape of Water was going to be as crazy.
I personally love this movie.
Yeah, it got a little crazier than I thought it was going to.
I love this movie.
I mean, it's Del Toro, so you kind of know what you're getting into to an extent.
I think only Del Toro could have made a woman fuck a sea creature and make a movie about it and do like the fine line between doing it artfully and tastefully.
I've
and
got
not being
issues with this
completely
movie.
absurd.
Yeah.
I think it was so well done, like well shot and everything, like so from a cinematography standpoint.
All right, so let's talk Shape of Water.
Uh-huh.
It's a top secret research facility in the 60s. A lonely janitor forms a unique relationship with an amphibious creature that's being held in captivity. Spoilers, as TJ said, she fucks the fish man.
She definitely fucks the fish
She
man.
fucks the fish man.
Also, like I mean, I put on the movie. The first 5 minutes, it just a
Her
vigorous
masturbating.
masturbation.
She
scene.
gets in there hard.
She like you just see her.
She
Like,
hikes
prop
a leg up.
She like props a leg up, and then
Yeah.
you just see the water go all over the place. And I was like, whoa.
Okay. I'm not a woman.
Uh-huh.
A bath is basically you stewing in your own juices.
Oh.
Like your sweat, your dirt, your grime.
And then
Do you want a film of your own?
Yeah. Well, also it's like when women get aroused,
Yeah.
it's
They get a little leakier than men.
yeah. There's a little more bodily fluid.
Like, I don't...
I'm sure she like rinses off
Like, she takes a shower
when she's
afterwards.
done.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of
That's
just
like her relaxed time.
a
The
lot
old
of
man is just listening with his ear pressed to the door.
You know that old guy's the same one that's the dad from Step Brothers?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of close-ups of water in this movie, The Shape of.
The Shape of Water, not The Sound of Water. Like I said last week, I was worried I was going to say it multiple times in this podcast. I was going to keep calling it The Sound of Water.
See The Shape of Music? That one's pretty good.
No, I love it though, man. Like it tells you like from the beginning, this is a tale of love and loss and the monster that destroyed it all, and that's exactly what the movie's about.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some...
I like the story.
And
with
then the
it.
monster.
I don't know. I like
the monster's
it a lot.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah,
Yep.
Michael Shannon's
Oh,
performance.
Shannon's fucking great.
Such
He's a
a
good...
good-
He's a
such
good...
an asshole.
Evil motherfucker.
I like
Oh,
Michael
he-
Shannon.
I do.
a
He's
lot.
so good.
He's
at,
a-
like,
he's
being
an underrated
bad
actor.
guy.
He's so good at being a character you love to hate.
Yeah.
Like he's so good at playing like just a shitty.
I really
person.
like him as the weed dealer in that one Seth Rogen.
Oh, The Night
movie,
Before?
Night Before.
Yeah.
I really liked him
That
as
was
the
good.
weed dealer. I thought he was
Yeah.
very good at being a mystical
He's
weird
good in
man.
8 Mile. He was a good Zod. I know Man of Steel's kind of shit on.
But
Mhm.
he's intense.
His,
as Zod.
his performance is usually like a promising one.
Yeah,
Michael Shannon.
he's a strong actor.
He's such like you love to hate the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
then if you like kind of like look at stuff from his perspective, like you do realize like his fucking world's
He
coming
did
crashing
literally
down.
everything he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he shouldn't have been like, hey, let's cut open the fish man, but like, they established he's got beef with Fishman from the beginning.
He also has like an ego of like he has to be like the top
Yeah.
of
And he's an
everything.
asshole and he's racist,
Yeah.
but he was doing his job.
He's like racist.
He's doing his
but
job
doesn't-
well
but
for his
doesn't-
country.
He doesn't
Well,
like
hold on,
think
though.
he's racist. Like he like tries
Hold on,
to
though.
like seem
Yeah.
unracist
US
and then seems racist.
The United States and Russia were both like really shitty about the situation.
Cold War.
Listen though, the only reason they both wanted the creature destroyed is just so the other person couldn't have it. Though they didn't give
Yeah.
a fuck about just it being a whole living thing in itself.
Whatever, that's beside the point.
But no,
I'm just saying, I'm on his side. I'm on his side.
That's
He's
beside
still-
the point.
I wouldn't say I'm on his side. Like he's still like a fucking piece of shit character.
He's a piece of shit, but he's doing it for the right reasons.
But what I was saying
it's
was
the
like,
definition of like lawful evil.
his fingers, he loses his fingers.
Yeah.
They start fucking
Like,
rotting on
yeah.
his fucking hand.
Oh, that's
and then
great.
as
I like how they kept making-
He's like fucking with him.
Yeah.
I like how
to
they kept,
punish himself.
They kept coming back to that too, like
Yeah.
in joking form too, like throughout the rest of the
So
movie.
not only is his fingers decaying, the fucking his boss man is threatening to wipe him from existence.
Yeah.
If he doesn't find a fish man that magically disappeared from a government facility.
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd be a little pissed.
Yeah, he's got good reason to.
But then he goes a little overboard, and
Yeah.
he's fucking crazy.
No, but Michael Shannon was like a top performance in this movie.
No,
and
he-
I think Sally Hawkins too.
I think
One
he's
that's, like,
the best performance in the movie.
I think,
I think
the
he's the
main
top, like,
Sally Hawkins was great in it too.
Seth Hawkins is good.
Yeah, I thought
I enjoyed
thought
that-
she- I
That
thought she was
scene
good.
where she's like selling the old man on the idea of busting the creature dude out. That's a hell of a performance, man.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't understand, like, you know, it's like like say everything I'm saying out loud. That performance, that to me, that was like a really
Yeah.
powerful moment in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I could see why it, you know, did all the good.
Yeah, it
in
did
the
really
awards
well.
And everything.
Wait, so that old guy, he was gay?
yeah,
Is that what that was
I
implying?
think it was.
That-
I think it was heavily insinuated.
Yeah, I thought like.
That's why he was getting all the pie that he didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, because
Oh, see, I
it's,
didn't realize it was. The
see, the thing is,
like,
I
guess
don't.
fucking
He might not have
blanked out.
actually been gay. I don't.
Well,
think
he did put his
necessarily.
hand. He put his hand over the pie guy. And was like,
But
I
I don't
like to
think-
get to know you better.
Yeah, but I don't think he meant it like that.
Well, I think also.
the guy obviously took it like that.
I think-
But
I
I don't
think the guy
think.
took
I don't
it
think he
like that.
intended
Well, hold
it
on.
like that.
Also, they were heavily insinuating there was
Yeah.
some sort of relationship with like the old boss guy that he kept showing up every day with his new painting.
Oh,
I thought he just got
And-
fired.
No, but he kept saying like, "How are you doing? Like, I'd like to come back." Like, I think he even said something about like, "Come back to your house" or something.
Oh, I
Like,
thought he was talking about to come back to the job.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
hey,
It wasn't
I
like
need some
in
work.
your face about it, but
Huh.
he questionably could have. He could have been.
I think
gay.
after a rewatch, if I went into it like thinking
I've also
about that
watching
way,
this
I
a
could.
second time, and I
Yeah.
think that like what you're saying, like I kind of see that.
But like,
as like it's
if
hinted.
he is gay, that's a pretty bold move in the 1960s.
In
Oh,
1960s,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
To
Which explains why he was
man's-
closeted,
And not
yeah.
only
Throughout the whole movie,
not only
it-
another man's hand, like a very younger guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of style blending in this movie, but they all kind of tie in with the like who are the real monsters kind of theme.
Yeah,
That's like
exactly.
in these kinds of movies.
There's like the
person who
racism-
betrayed their country.
Yeah, but also
the racism and
no, but it touches on the
movie.
racism aspect
Yeah.
of it. It touches on like like the guy was like kind of like if it is a gay thing, like
Yeah.
slightly homophobic towards it, and like
yeah, and then I mean there's
the whole main plot
whole
too
main
between
plot's
during the
like a
Cold War
metaphor for
era.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Except they didn't save any black people.
There's
they
a
saved
literal
the fish person.
There's a
Yeah.
literal like creature from the sea too, like
Yeah.
that's an actual.
And it looks
monster.
good. It's just Ape Sapien.
Yeah,
It's just-
did
it's
you
just
watch
Abe.
this as an Ape Sapien prequel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the prequel doesn't line up and match,
know,
but like it could just be like
watching
chapter.
this a
Alternate
second time
universe.
too.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to a lot of like for some reason like a lot of things in the background of the set design
Mhm.
really caught me, and in the women's locker room or something like that when they're changing in one part after a shift. There's like a bunch of like weird motivational posters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see the one that says like loose lips sink ships and
Yes.
it's sinking down? I would love to have that in a workplace of like basically snitches get fucking stitches.
Yeah.
just like hanging that up at
Yeah,
Party
I
City.
love that. That's like. I love that. That's just hanging in a locker room of like a CIA, like kind of like top secret facility.
Like where the janitors.
It's
change.
like just a reminder,
Yeah.
loose
Well,
lips. Same
I mean,
shit.
it is kind of funny that they just trust all these like normal people that
Around the fish
around
man.
like this fish man, this top secret fish man, and these are
Yeah.
just normal. They're not high class government employees.
Yeah. And this was supposed to be billed as a Creature of the Black Lagoon movie.
Oh, I can
Like
see
that's
it.
what it was supposed to be.
I can see it.
I mean,
And I
that's
think they-
basically
yeah.
it's what it is.
It's basically what it
Mm-hmm.
is. They just can't outright say it, but I think it was they were
Just a-
trying to get like the official rights to tie it in, but they
Oh.
couldn't.
Yeah.
I
think-
kind
I
of
don't
like
know.
I kind of like it better as like an ambiguous fish person thing.
Yeah.
that he's like.
And they
a
say he's from
stable
South America.
character.
They thought he was a god. Like, there's enough stuff that they,
Yeah, it's
Pieces
very. They
together.
don't like show his birth. They don't like
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
the South Americans going. What? They just
I'm-
like kind of
It's more
casually
like
mention
just what it represents.
It's just like
kind
a
of thing.
casual
What it is.
conversation. Blink and you'll miss it.
That being said, she did fuck something that is equivalent
Mhm.
to like animal level intelligence.
I know. Is that considered bestiality?
It's like fucking a dolphin.
It's like fucking.
A dolphin. No,
Yeah,
dolphins
a dolphin.
are smarter than people.
Would you say? I would say less than it. It's like fucking a chimp.
I
Like a
think-
swimming chimp.
No,
A
I
swimming
think
chimp.
I think it was more intelligent than
I
that.
don't know.
Fucking
Would
a
a
gorilla.
dolphin
'Cause a
eat your
gorilla-
cat's head
A gorilla
and
can.
then fuck you?
A gorilla can
Oh,
sign
man.
language.
Eat the
Yeah.
cats. Oh man. I was
Yeah,
gonna
because
make
it
a-
fucking it eats a cat.
You ruined- I was hoping I could make a joke.
Or it has
that
like
said,
childlike
No,
intelligence.
no, no. I want to hear the joke.
I was gonna make a joke that was
It
gonna
eats
mention
pussy.
that. I was gonna say it should have been X-rated because it shows
Yeah.
it graphically.
Also,
eating pussy.
did she need a flood rule bathroom to fuck the fish man?
No, that was just for like beautiful artsy purposes.
I know,
I
but
liked
It looked nice visually.
In-
as her landlord, I'd be very mad.
Imagine watching a movie in that theater, like downstairs.
I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd be like, oh my god, this water's sticky.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to view that part from a practical standpoint.
No, it's more just like
It's just a
nice scene.
beautiful.
Also, they
vision.
didn't need to wait for the canal to be filled with water.
Well,
No,
remember
halfway.
they were-
halfway.
they
They
were
didn't even
even-
have it. They could have just walked past the canal another like 100 feet and just had him jump into the actual ocean.
Well, once she started having more affection for it, then even the old guy wanted it to stick around. So
Because
they
it has
kept
healing
longer.
properties.
Yeah.
It gives him his hair back.
Yeah, they kept it longer than
It
it.
tries to get more at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I ate your cat. Let me fix your hair.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
I
on the
really-
bad guys. I'm on the
I loved it.
antagonists.
Oh, speaking of a lot of
side.
things too in the background, they put a lot of work in just
Fuck 'em.
background little
Well,
stuff.
It's Guillermo del Toro.
I love that. even like the daily thoughts, like on her calendar, are just like really
Yeah.
cool shit that pertain to the themes and the morals of the movie.
The
Life
whole-
is but a shipwreck of our plans. Like that's just cool shit, man.
Yeah.
The whole.
I feel like I should
movie,
just get that tattooed on me in cursive.
Nice. Very motivational.
I feel like it's so motivational.
The movie is really like dark, but it's also
Mhm.
really sweet.
Yeah.
And the whole movie kind of the aesthetic reminded me of like some of the later Harry Potter movies almost.
Yeah. It's
But, like-
dark and grimy, but it's
It
not,
presents it in a very
But it's almost
unique
like
manner.
childlike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like
sing-songy.
fantasy. It's almost like not exactly fantasy. It's more like
Oh, it's definitely got fantasy elements.
Well, I mean, with the fish person part, I mean,
Yeah.
like just like
Yeah.
set design and stuff.
It's grimy happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way. It has
Yeah.
a weird film
yeah,
over it.
like,
Yeah.
like those. Just I feel like a lot of like 2000s edgy kids movies tried to like pull that off.
It's like watching
Yeah.
Casper movies.
It's like watching.
the Casper movies. I had weird flashbacks like that.
There's a
It's like the
Ghostbuster in
sun
that
coming
movie.
out
Come
on a rainy day.
There you go.
When I was younger, I had a
The
crush
Shape of
on
Water.
the girl from
The Shape-
Casper.
Huh?
So when I was a child, I had a crush on the girl from Casper.
Wasn't that that wasn't Christina Ricci, was it?
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was Christina Ricci.
Was it?
I think it was Christina
In
Ricci.
that case, like when she grew up, like
know.
She
Ben
grew up-
still has a crush on Christina Ricci.
Black Snake Moan.
Of course, Casper fucking mattresses comes up now. 1995.
What kind of world do we live in where Casper 1995 isn't the first Google result?
For Casper, yeah, what the fuck?
Was the girl was she in Casper too?
I don't know.
No, she's in the first one.
Is it Christina Ricci?
Yeah.
Yeah, boom.
I like Black Snake Moan.
That's a
Christina
great
Ricci.
movie. Have you seen Black Snake Moan, Ben?
No.
No. Oh, that's potentially one for a list. Like that's a really
I've
good movie.
I've never seen the whole movie.
Never seen the whole movie?
I've seen like a few scenes from it.
It's on Netflix, I believe.
I think it's on Amazon Prime too.
Oh, it's worth checking out.
It's
a
I
cool
want to watch
movie.
it. I like Samuel L. Jackson. I'll watch anything he's in.
There's a weird Saturday Night Live parody of Black Snake Moan with Rainn Wilson, where where Kenan Thompson chains him up, and it's called like Fat Possum Holler or something like that. And it's just Rainn Wilson chained like.
Have you seen the? Well, I mean, it's probably from the same episode. I don't think he's hosted more than one. But in the monologue, he does the. He's like, oh, I love working on SNL because it's nothing like working on The Office.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes back, and it's like Jason Sudeikis is like dressed like Jim, and he's in an office chair. He's like, when he's like just finishing some invoice. He's like, invoice. He's like, yeah, Lauren wants them done by today, and like Kristen Wiig is like Pam behind a desk. Then there's just actually Karen on the show, like the Rashida Jones and everything. She's like, hey Dwight. He's like, hey Karen, and then Lauren does Michael Scott.
I went to go rub my eye, but I had the pen in my hand.
Yeah, don't stab yourself in the eye.
Could you imagine
Not in my
like in
house.
the like on air and just
I'd leave it in.
Like, it goes like, oh my god.
be
So
sure to
we'll
put
be
up a
back
picture.
shortly.
The hang in there thing. What was that in?
Hang in there, kitten.
Yeah, the
Oh,
hang in
the
there
Cat in the
thing.
Hat.
Yeah.
Hang
that's
in
what-
there, baby. Remember when he chops his tail off?
Yep.
Yeah. He goes, mothers. It's
Yeah.
like he's about to say a curse word.
That movie shouldn't be called Cat in the Hat. It
I
should be
fucking
called-
love that
It should
movie.
be called Mike Myers Unhinged.
Yeah, Mike Myers does drugs. That movie's really funny. It's an underrated one.
Yeah.
I
Cat in the
I'd say
Hat.
it's-
We went
I'd
and
say
watched
it's-
it one
I'd say
night.
it's
Not
a
long
pretty-
ago, actually. Yeah.
You know what I just watched recently?
What'd you watch?
I watched. My girlfriend had never seen it, so I wanted to show her the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh god,
Oh,
we're
God,
going back to
yeah.
9/11.
No. Just but, like we watched it, and like watching it now. Oh my!
Like, why did
goodness.
that happen?
Yeah.
It's amazing some of these
How
movies.
how
when you-
did it happen?
How?
It's amazing when you hear stories.
How did it happen the way it happened? This is the best question.
Yeah,
Nintendo's
exactly.
very stingy.
How-
with their-
yeah.
I don't know how they.
It's amazing, like
Maybe that's why.
all these adaptations that you hear the stories about, like stuff like Deadpool, where it's like people were just scared to take risk on certain movies.
Like, motherfucker,
And then you're
you
like-
see Mario?
You're like, look at the movies that have gotten made, especially in the '90s and shit,
Yeah.
where you're just like
Theodore
that fucking-
Rex.
You're just
Yeah,
like,
Theodore Rex got made
Yeah, and look
with
at
a
the-
big budget.
yeah, and you're just like, how the fuck did that happen?
Like a Star Wars budget.
And then now you hear these stories of like, oh, we just can't take the risks financially, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Actually, I think the first Star Wars probably has less of a budget than fucking Theodore Rex.
I would imagine.
Probably.
I don't want to look it up. I don't need that
No.
information in my head. I want to imagine.
Yeah, that just hurts, like, just surface-wise, like, verbally.
How much do you think it was? I'm gonna go with like 40 mil
yeah.
for A New Hope.
For A New Hope,
I don't know, because I think that was like kind of like a
I know it was lower budget.
11.
11 million.
11 mil.
Yeah, and then it was 18 for the Empire.
And then it made 775 in box office.
Return of the Jedi still used less money than Theodore Rex.
Wait, how much was it again for Theodore
It's
Rex?
ridiculous.
It was
like
35
34
million.
34
35?
million or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Star Wars Episode 1 was 3 Theodore Rexes. And they had no dinosaurs. It was all a green screen.
But they had beautiful CGI pairs.
That's episode 2. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. You're right.
All right. So that sounds like a perfect transition. Speaking of pairs, there's a pair of 2 hooligans in the movie Blind Spotting.
Wow.
That's
Alright.
They are hooligans. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Blind Spotting. While on probation, a black man begins to reevaluate his relationship with his volatile best friend. I went into this. I was kind of hesitant last week.
You didn't know
I
a lot
settled
going
on it
into
because
it,
it
right?
sounded good.
Yeah, you didn't know a
by
lot
your guys'
about the plot
recommendation.
or anything, right?
I went to it completely blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like doing that. I did that with
How
The Last
appropriate.
Jedi, but was left
Yeah.
hurt.
But no, this was
It turned out to be a really
this was
cool
an
movie.
enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
No, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I really liked a lot of the like the scenes where he's kind of like tripping out and stuff.
Mhm.
Like,
The movie,
lot of
the
powerful-
movie had a
lot of
great.
powerful stuff.
imagery.
It had
Yeah.
a great blend of styles too, like how
Yeah.
the characters made it so fluent of like flowing between serious and
And
like
comedy.
comedy.
Yeah, it
The
was
way
a
it was
great
written, the
balance.
great script overall.
No, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
the
David
two
Diggs
guys.
knows how to.
The two guys directed it.
Him
I
and
believe.
Rafael Casal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
both
if
starred to direct it.
I don't know if he
it wasn't
directed
directed.
it.
It was
Yeah.
Carlos Lopez.
But this is
Oh no,
movie-
they both wrote
I
it.
both wrote and starred.
They've been trying to get this movie made for like 10 years, I believe.
Really?
I heard in an interview.
It was a solid movie.
And them two-
I really like the white guy.
Their
What's his
chemistry,
name?
Rafael Casal is the actor's
Yeah.
name.
Is
but,
doesn't he do
his
stuff
name
with
was-
flipping,
was
like
he
rap
not-
music?
he collaborates with them all the time.
Yeah, because in the credits
Yeah.
they played a song. And
There's
I could tell it
another-
was flipping rap.
There's
and then
another group.
There's
that's
another voice.
Even in the movie, Ben was watching it and like we didn't know that guy, and he was like, "That guy's a rapper."
It's like there's no way it's not.
It's
But they
so
had,
weird
there's a
seeing him
bunch of
without the
rappers
tattoos
in
and
this.
grill.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've never seen him in anything else, so it's so weird seeing him just all clean,
Yeah.
cut, bareface.
Oh my god, the opening scene of Blind
Yeah.
Spotting, the humor like is hilarious. Like
Yeah.
when they're just like eating at that new gas station that just opened up, and they're all
Vegan,
excited.
didn't specify not
yeah.
vegan.
Yeah,
It's like,
they're
what?
just when they're eating in the car though, and then like he's like, "Guys, I only have 3 days left on probation. I really don't want to witness a gun sale right
Yeah.
now." And he keeps pulling
He
guns.
just pulls more
everywhere.
and more guns out.
Yeah, that was the clip I saw of the movie that made me want to go see the movie.
And then
See, I thought that was the part I liked least in the movie.
I just thought it was
besides another part we'll get to later after.
I just thought it was a super funny opening.
yeah,
I really
like-
I really liked how much he fucking hated the hipsters.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the fucking I thought like it had like some really good scenes where it was just like it's like, oh, it's all lighthearted and stuff, but then it just
There's
kinda
some,
takes
like,
a
real-
quick
It gets
turn.
real
Life
serious real
reflecting
fast.
Yeah,
moments.
and then
Yeah.
it's just like, holy shit, they're like
It just got way too real, way too
Yeah,
fast.
The
got
movie
fucking
does
real.
such a good job too. I guess like that's why it's appropriately titled Blind Spotting too, at presenting both sides of an argument and like about biased situations where usually you have a bias.
Things are
opinion
so close to you that you kind of are
It does a
you're able
good
to
job.
overlook and see past the
But
fact that it's causing you issues.
This movie presents both sides in an unbiased way as possible. It shows that there are two sides to every
Yeah.
situation, and like,
but one of those sides is wrong.
yeah, no, I agree.
Sides is
But
definitely
I don't think it's a matter of right or wrong, though. I think this movie is just supposed to make you like it's a movie that can make you laugh, but it can also make you think, regardless of which side you think is right or wrong.
I think there's an objective wrong side on this one.
Well,
Without getting into spoilers right now.
Uh-huh.
Can we get into spoilers right now, or do you want to talk a little more ambiguously about it before we?
I think we can move into it.
Yeah, but all I'm
We
saying,
covered the gist.
all I'm saying is it's a movie that does show like multiple
Yeah.
sides of a situation, and not just like what you're
Yeah.
about to talk about. Also about like just like the gentrification of like like a
Oh my
city
God.
Yeah.
and everything
The big-
like that.
Of
the
Oakland.
big house.
Yeah.
Was it Oakland?
Yeah, and
Right?
it shows the good things that can come with it, but also the bad aspects of it.
Yeah.
It shows a lot of
when
things,
when they
like,
go to the
in
house
there.
party.
Yeah, the
and it's
house
just, like
party.
all the shitty
Yeah.
houses, and then this one huge.
That's
really
been
nice house
built
full of-
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's killing the culture of the city.
Yeah, I really. It was like just like that scene of them pulling up to it. It's just very like strong imagery. It's like, oh,
and it's
wow,
kind of
that's-
funny. It's
like
kind of funny that
yeah,
the
it's
hipster
goofy.
guy, like when the girl goes to put the drink on
The oak
table
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a funny like smirk at the throwback of like Wayne Knight's scene when they're moving the art pictures.
Yeah.
And he puts like the original trees of where the houses got built and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's
Where
just some
people built
hipster
over.
guy that's like, yeah, I love Oakland, bro, and it's like just moved here.
Yeah,
he
I got it
even
tattooed
gets
on my
he even
neck. The
gets
same one.
tattooed
Oh man, yeah.
in the same spot.
That's what I mean. I don't know. The movie does like a really cool job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it had
saying
a-
what it has to say.
It was funny. It
Yeah.
had some pretty thrilling moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
It makes you feel tense when you want to feel tense, and it breaks the tension when the tension's meant to be broken.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like there was the designated comic relief character.
No, they all had their funny.
It was like they would run into like these characters, like
and
random people, like basically like NPCs in GTA.
And would you say too? Like, I don't think the movie goes too far one way though. Like in terms of like it would piss somebody off and be like, I'm not gonna watch this.
No, I don't think it's offensive.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think
a movie like this, given like the content it touches
given
on,
the political climate
you
that
could
we're
get
currently in.
I could see really white man getting like annoyed with the movie.
I could, but I think that's just if
All
they're
this
going
hip-hop.
into
I'm
it
just
looking
talking
to be
about-
mad.
I'm talking
All
about
this
from a
hip-hop.
general audience perspective
Yeah.
because I think it does present multiple sides.
It's pretty reasonable.
Yes.
It's not like
Yes.
it's not like The Hate You Give, where like it paints it very clearly in
Yeah,
one
exactly.
direction.
It steps on some toes, but nothing like too crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think that's good though. It provokes you
Yeah.
to think about it, man, to have conversations.
All right, so
Yeah.
spoilers,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you want to talk about what you didn't
Yeah,
like?
I'll talk about how his best friend, like I'm not gonna say it, like it was well written, I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
His best friend's a piece of shit.
His best
There
friend-
is
is a
a
piece of
objective
shit.
wrong to that.
But I don't think he understands like
just because you don't understand
Wait,
why
who's-
you're a piece of shit doesn't make you not a piece of shit.
No, he was
Yeah,
definitely
no.
a piece of, but that was like his character is like he's such a piece of
Piece of
shit.
shit.
And he's like bringing that guy down.
Yeah.
And then you know finally
That was his blind
That's
spot.
another thing too.
The arc of the
Yeah.
character
Yeah.
is that he's like, oh fuck, I am a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit. I gotta fix
I
this.
gotta calm the fuck down.
But I honestly, I don't believe that he's going to.
But it's also like
I don't think
it
his
also,
that's the
redemption
point.
was
and
deserved.
but
Yeah.
he was kind of there, like you said, in a way, kind of like being this bad influence on someone who's trying to turn his
Yeah.
life around from a crazy thing that happened.
Where he got a little bit too in the moment.
And he had, it's something that could easily happen, you know.
Yeah.
And like but he does 3 days, and when he starts realizing how bad of an influence he is, it's like throughout the movie, identity is kind
Yeah,
of
and he
a
is
big
his best
factor.
friend, and he's not a.
The guy's
He's
heart
he's
is
a
in the
good
right
friend.
place. His heart's
piece
in the
of
right.
shit.
His heart's
he's
in
a
the right.
thug,
But
that you happen to be friends with.
But he has a lot of
He has,
heart.
like, anger
His
issues.
Yeah.
heart is in the right place. When he buys the gun, in theory, he does it so he can protect his family. Because
But he doesn't really. Though. That's his excuse.
Yeah, you're right. That's the strong. No, but it's also the strong.
He wants to be
man-
the cool guy with a gun.
It's also the strongman mentality he has, though, because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, a gun. This is what a person needs to do.
Yeah, but he also
sort
had
of
no
thing.
argument when his wife
You're
was
right.
like, "No, you bought a gun because you wanted to have a gun."
Right. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is like
That's
I
why
don't
I'm
think
buying
I don't
it,
think
because I
necessarily.
want to have a gun.
Yeah, it's just like if you want to have a gun, you want to have a gun.
What I'm saying is
dope.
like, do you think his intentions were all bad? Not necessarily.
No,
he
I
did
I don't think
bad
it was
shit.
bad. I think it was
though.
just selfish.
I think he was selfish and he was just stupid.
And selfish is bad by extension, but it's
Yeah.
not like he was doing it out of malice or anger or hate
Yeah,
or anything
exactly.
like that.
You're definitely right.
Except for when he beat the shit out of those guys
Oh man,
and pulled a gun on them.
Okay, the one guy.
they did call him a culture vulture.
Yeah, but
I did like the one scene where where it's like the Indian guy explaining
explaining the story.
the story that got him in jail.
That was beautiful because
I love that.
it's a funny way to tell a bad story.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
It was really funny. I love how he kept calling the fucking white dude. He was like,
He kept giving him different
yeah,
names.
He's like Eric Foreman, or no, he says Topher Grace.
Yeah, Topher Grace.
So he grabs Topher Grace and he's like, beat the shit. Now Portlandia's on the ground. He's, that scene though, that guy was totally just being an asshole. The whole
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the whole. That's why I'm saying like that
being
situation could
said-
easily happen.
shouldn't have kept beating the shit on him. Didn't need his friend to jump in.
Fire.
Also, should have stopped when the guy got lit on fire.
When,
Yeah.
when both
there was a
guys
lot of
were
there was a
on
lot
fire.
of points where you obviously should have stopped.
And then it's like obviously it's like the black friend got arrested,
Yeah.
and the white guy got
Got
But
arrested.
it's also like you look at his old life throughout the whole movie, like David Diggs' character is
Yeah.
talking about things like how he got here and how he wants to look forward and like
Yeah.
better is like and like overall theme I was saying earlier is like identity and stuff. It's like he's also like what I think makes me is that really me kind of thing. And
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
a really cool point the movie makes. Once again with the blind spotting. When he's talking to the girl, like how they reference the hourglass picture,
Yeah.
it looks like the face.
You can look at it from different directions,
Yeah.
and it gives you different perspective. Yeah.
I think that's the overall point of the movie, and it presents it on multiple subjects.
Yeah.
It was really cool, though. And I know the one part you were going to bring up that you didn't like.
Yeah, I don't like how at the end he just starts rapping his entire speech to the. It felt forced and it was like too much of this is a movie.
Yeah, no. I know what you mean.
Did you
I
like
had
the dream? You were fine with the dream sequence?
I was fine with the dream sequence and all of that stuff because it's like, all right, dream sequence.
That was
it can,
really-
it can
that
get
was a
weird.
really
it can
cool
get crazy.
I like the dream
Yeah.
sequence actually. I love
But I think him.
Were you fine with him doing
rapping at the police officer?
What about throughout the movie though, when he was just kind of doing it like, you know?
I was fine.
Yeah, because they're just like hanging out.
Because that was just him hanging out, just kind of like conceptualizing and freestyling and kind of just putting thoughts to.
And he would just like say,
Yeah.
Sometimes, like in everyday conversation, someone would say something, he would just like say another line. They'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
And he's
I
like,
think
"Oh."
I think it was just another thing that's not supposed to be taken as like a literal look. It's just more of an artistic standpoint. Of,
Yeah, but
that way you pay attention more to what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
Because if he was delivering it a normal way, you might not think as much about
Well, yeah,
it.
because it is kind of a long.
That
was more
shit-
gradual,
Yeah.
and like he ends it with that, or I feel like it could have.
That's
been,
the most in-your-face moment of the movie, though.
Yeah,
That was a pretty long speech.
it was it was
And
really long.
honestly,
I can see what you.
The
I can
rapping
see your
kind of
gripe
keeps
with
you
it.
interested because
It does.
it's like oh well, this is. But if like you think about like the real life like because like the dream
yeah,
sequence
it took me out of it.
It takes you out because in real life the cop would kind of be confused.
In real
Hey,
life,
why is this guy rapping at me?
in real life, that situation would not go down the way it went down.
But I feel like they could have played it a little bit more straight
Uh huh.
and kept the same essence of the scene.
I think
I see what you're saying with it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it necessarily though.
Honestly, I kind of would have.
It doesn't detract from the movie.
I think I would have preferred it if it was just like a speech.
Yeah.
If it was a speech that really showed off his. I mean, no, I think
Yeah.
the rapping did show off his acting because he has to like rap and then also like, be showing.
Yeah,
emotion.
that was like a one take kind of scene too, like the way it looked
Yeah, it
and
was very
everything.
long,
Yeah, it was
but,
a long take. Like he can't
But I think
fuck
like
that
I
up.
think he could have like conveyed the same thing if he just did it as a speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or slow it down just a little bit, make it more deliberate, and then or even just have it more because he kind of just snaps into
To
it.
the point,
but
too.
But if he had just stretched it out or delayed that,
Well, he kind of like eases into it. Like he starts.
I
Saying,
feel like it's
he
like
starts saying-
30% of him building up, and then the other 70 is all him rapping it at the guy. Maybe if they
Yeah.
did it more
I
like
think-
60-40.
I think the strongest part though was like after the fact that it happened, that cop's like in tears
Yeah.
over the situation. He lowers the gun and then leaves, and then he just looks at the other guy's friend. And he's just like, "I didn't mean to,"
Yeah.
and it's just like,
well, once the
God.
black guy leaves the room, he finally says some words.
It's just like I
And
didn't
then
mean
he's
to.
like, "I didn't mean to," and the guy goes, "You sure?"
Yeah, and you're just like, "Damn, dude."
Yeah.
Like that's a very tense moment in the movie.
Yeah,
That
but
and
it also it does show it's like again different perspectives.
Yeah.
because it's like the guy was fucked up
Right.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he fucking shot a dude that's
Yeah.
just running away.
He just panicked. He didn't know what he was.
and then I thought when I saw the trailer,
I
saw
thought he
him,
was going to get arrested.
I
I thought
thought-
it was going to be one of those kind of
Oh,
twists.
yeah.
I thought it was
definitely.
gonna be like, oh, this is a bad cop, and he's gonna have to like run around in Oakland from a
Yeah.
psycho cop. And honestly, that would have been a lot sillier of a movie, but still pretty fucking cool. Someone should make that movie.
Psycho Cop. Is that a real movie? Psycho Cop sounds like it's a
I'm
real
sure.
movie.
There's
It sounds
Maniac Cop.
like a
Maniac
Cop.
Yeah, Maniac Cop's real.
what's Maniac Cop? Look that up.
Oh my god.
1988. It's got Bruce Campbell in it.
Oh shit!
And Tom Atkins. There's multiple sequels.
Yeah.
Wait, it's getting remade in 2018.
Hell yeah!
I've heard things about Maniac.
There's a monster on the loose in the streets of Los Angeles, or is it just a killer cop out to punish the city that destroyed him?
Is Maniac Cop good, or is it very cheesy?
I don't know. I've
that
heard
it's
mixed
good?
things about it. I think it's got like.
So you haven't seen
elements of both. No. I know there's a
Maniac
few
Cop.
of them
It's Bruce Campbell. You haven't seen it?
I would,
though. Yeah, no.
Shame.
but I would love a movie like that though. Just like but I feel like Maniac Cop's probably cheesy.
Is
really
Yeah,
cheesy.
it's
Isn't
probably
a
there-
little more
it's-
scary.
It's not the gritty manner you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I want something a little more scary, but also still kind of silly.
Mhm.
Isn't Last House on the Left kind of like that, where the guy's like an asshole cop and he's
I've never seen.
No,
that
Last
movie,
House on the
actually.
What
Left
movie
is
am I thinking
about,
of?
Last House on the Left is completely different. That's
Oh.
about like two girls that like go to a concert in the city and they run into some
Nope.
terrible people.
not thinking about that movie.
Yeah.
Thinking about the one with Sam Jackson was in it maybe, and there's the asshole neighbor who's got the fucking bright spotlights. He keeps
Oh,
Lakeview
shining.
he is.
Terrace?
Sam
Lakeview
Jackson
Terrace.
is the
He's
but
the
he-
racist
Yeah.
neighbor
He's the racist
because there's an interracial couple that moves in next
Yes.
door, and he has a strong bias
Yeah, and
against
isn't
that.
what somebody a cop in that movie?
Sam
Yeah,
Jackson, I
yeah,
believe,
yeah.
used to be a cop in that.
So okay,
Yeah,
so
that's the movie.
Okay, that's pretty
Yeah.
close. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to watch that movie then.
I haven't
if,
seen it.
If it doesn't,
That
hold
one wasn't
up,
bad.
I'm
I've
just
seen
gonna
it-
have to make it myself.
I've seen it one time. It was one of those
Isn't
that
it
caught me
a
off guard.
remake?
I don't know. I don't think it's a remake.
No.
But that was one that caught me off guard. It was just kind of on one day, and I stumbled across it.
Huh.
It's okay.
Um,
it might be kind of close to what you're talking about, like what you're looking for.
But well, I mean, even though it wasn't a Psycho Cop movie, I thought Blind Spotting was pretty good.
But Blind Spotting overall is a movie.
I would
Pretty
say
solid.
say
Yeah.
out of the three, it was the weakest of the three.
I think it was my strongest.
Really, Blind Spotting was
I
the
liked it.
strongest.
I liked it the most coming out of it.
Really,
We
I haven't seen
we
any
chose
of
three very different movies.
all three
this week.
movies. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any of them. So I really liked Martin, but I think Shape of Water kind of like took the
cake?
Yeah, took the cake.
Shape
That's
of Water
the
was
thing.
the weakest for me.
Really.
I'm going number 1, Blind Spotting. Number 2, Martin. Number 3, Shape of Water.
Are you?
I would
Wow.
switch. I would
What's-
switch mine.
So
I
your
would-
number 1 is
Shape of Water, Martin, Blind Spotting.
I
I might have a complete different
Hold on.
spread
Personally,
this week.
personally, I absolutely love Shape of Water, and rewatching it, I still love it.
So is that your number 1?
That I almost have to argue might be my number 1. Blind Spotting caught me off guard, and I really like that movie. I think it's award worthy. Like I could see it like award season people talking. There's a lot of hype behind this movie.
I did really.
I
like
can see it getting
Blind Spotting.
nominated for something. You
For
know,
something.
it's worthy of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Blind Spotting and then Martin, but they were all really good.
And they're so different.
And also,
They are different.
these
But-
are movies that like you're not.
these are
gonna-
all different movies you can recommend to different people.
Yes.
Like they're not
100%.
same crowd.
Very different audience. Yeah,
Yeah.
they all have a different target audience.
Fuck, I need to change that name
Okay.
now. We can't do that.
one per episode.
Someone's got to name drop us.
I think I don't know. I like. There's just like I thought Blind Spotting was good, but I didn't think like it didn't give me that feeling that like after I watched Martin, I was just like, oh,
You're
that
right.
was weird.
You're
That
right.
was
Yeah.
I also think it depends how you feel when you go in watching these movies. Like
Well,
what kind
I
of
know,
mood you're in.
Well, when I saw it, I went to AMC like the day before they took it out of theaters,
Oh wow, okay.
and then I was like, I was expecting the movie to be. I was like, all right, I'm like this movie's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I wasn't expecting it to be bad, and then it turned out to be good.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Did
I was
you-
happy.
I was
I was
pleasantly
happy I
surprised.
paid money for it.
Yeah.
Did you get to make it to one of the Big Lebowski showings?
No, I
No.
didn't actually. I was
Yeah.
gonna go to the Wednesday one, but then some other plans came up, and I was like,
Ben and I went to Sunday's one, and
to the
Yeah.
Sunday one.
it was really cool, man.
It was cool. The
Oh.
whole row in front of us was dressed as the characters.
Yeah,
hell
And
yeah.
they were acting in character.
and they
You guys,
looked
you guys
legit.
should have dressed up.
They made a
You
scene-
could have been Walter.
Yeah.
so easily.
They made a scene coming in, like they were like, "Shut the fuck up, Donnie!" Like
Yeah.
everyone trying to find their seats sitting in front of us. Like,
Oh my
"Excuse me,
god,
come
they were,
through."
they were LARPing.
Yeah,
it was
Lebowski.
legit. Even
That's
the-
pretty dope.
the guy-
it was cool.
It's lame, but
The,
it's cool.
the guy dressed as the dude, he looked legit as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like
that's
in the
awesome.
middle of the movie, he stands up and he's like, "Excuse me, coming through. Don't want to pee on the rug." And I was
Yeah.
like, man, he was probably holding that for a long time.
You know what?
Like,
Just
just
like-
wanting to make that
He
joke.
should have held the cup and been watch out, beverage man.
Yeah. And this is the first time I've seen it since I originally saw it.
And it's
Oh,
a great
really?
fucking
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's
really
so good.
Yeah. Holds up.
And every time like Jesus came on the screen, they're like, "It's you, man!" Like these guys were so into it. It's like they do
were
this every
super down.
Lebowski. They follow it like deadheads. They just tore the
fucking
Lebowski
pissed I didn't get
showings.
to go.
Yeah.
I'm now pissed I didn't get to go.
That's good.
Yeah.
What day is it? Like number? It's the 13th.
This is the 13th.
Okay, I'm still trying to see that thing at the Tampa Theater. The 17th. The one.
Oh,
that's
the really weird
Katsukatsu-
film that we can't.
Katsukatsu?
Yeah.
That one.
When's that? On
August
17th?
17th.
Okay.
What day is that?
I don't even know.
That is Friday. What time was it?
Oh no! What time is it at? Because I work in the nighttime.
Fuck, I don't even know how to
Yeah, I
spell
don't
it.
Hey, don't worry about
Yeah.
it. I'll look it up.
And I'm at work all day Friday anyway. All right, so yeah, that was
It was a good week
those are 3
overall.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was 3 solid movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on to our next week, let's do some setup.
Right.
for it.
Next week is my week.
Yep. So what are you recommending
TJ,
to us, TJ?
The one I'm recommending to you guys that I've seen, and I absolutely love this movie, Killer Joe.
Killer Joe.
I've been meaning to see this actually.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
It's
I've
directed by
seen
the
it.
same dude that did The Exorcist.
No way, really?
It's got Matthew McConaughey, Juno Temple. Has a really cool cast. I think
Is-
Thomas Hayden Church
Emil
is in
Hirsch.
it. Emil Hirsch.
Yeah.
Is this the one?
When a debt puts a young man's life in danger, Sorry. Let me take one from the top. When a debt puts a young man's life in danger, he turns to putting a hit out on his evil mother in order to collect the insurance.
That doesn't even barely begin to describe it. This movie's a wild ride. It's like,
So is McConaughey? Is he Killer Joe?
yeah, he plays technically Killer Joe.
This-
And I'm not even going to tell you guys much about this movie. Because, believe me, there'll be plenty to talk about
Oh.
next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's a wild
I'm gonna
ride,
have
man.
fun. I know I'm gonna
It's
have
got
fun
funny
watching it.
moments. It's got some crazy ass moments. It's wild.
Say there's a lot of junkies in this movie.
Yeah, it's like definitely got trailer trash written all over it. But it's a great environment for like a pulpy movie.
Man, he looks rough. Same man has not aged well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch this one, and there's another movie.
This is what he's up to
what's
now
that
in
movie with
Spider-Man
Casey
Let Him Go.
Affleck? What's that movie with Casey Affleck where he's like a really nice guy that is like also a serial killer?
Oh god, you're thinking of The Killer Inside Me, right?
That's the one.
That movie's fucking intense. That's
I
want to
see. I want to see that one.
Oh. Yeah, that movie's crazy. It's
I've
the one
been
with
meaning to
Jessica
watch
Alba in it.
It was
Maybe
two
next
dudes
week.
with cowboy hats.
That's one
two
to think
dudes with
about. I've
cowboy
seen that
hats.
before. That's an intense movie. It's just
That just Killer Joe reminds me.
Because
of
The
that.
Killer Inside Me.
yeah, it's called The Killer Inside Me. That's a really good one.
That's what OJ's wife said.
No,
I guess he wasn't
OJ
killing her.
didn't kill her.
Why did you say it like Tommy White said?
He did not kill her.
her.
I did not. That's what OJ did, and the jury was like, "Yeah, I believe him." I mean, he threw the water bottle down.
Yep.
You saw the glove. We all saw
It
the
didn't
glove.
fit. The glove didn't fit me. Look, I got big hands. Little baby glove. Don't look at my son's hands, though.
But yeah, no, Killer Joe's a great one. I think it'll be a fun one to talk about.
All right, cool. What movie do you want to watch?
Then the one I haven't seen that is my pick, I want to watch Enemy Mine.
Cool. Let's see.
What is this?
This is a 1985 film. A soldier from Earth crash lands on an alien world after sustaining battle damage. That's a word you don't hear very often outside of action figures. Battle damage.
I said G.I. Joe.
Eventually, he encounters another survivor, but from the enemy species who was... Fuck, I can't talk today. Eventually, he encounters another survivor, but from the enemy species he was fighting. They band together to survive this hostile world. In the end, the human I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
Yeah, whoa, hold on, yeah, stop.
All right, fucking plot synopsis. Don't go that
It's
deep.
basically a human and an enemy alien have to like band together to survive.
I think you told me about this
Enemy
movie, actually.
Mine.
It seems really like a cool sci-fi flick. My dad actually told me about it, and he
Yeah,
says
no,
it's
I
just
think
a
I
cool
heard your
sci-fi
dad
flick.
talking to me about
Enemies
it,
because
'cause
they were taught to be. Allies because they had to be. Lovers because they dared to be.
Lovers?
It doesn't
No, it's a brother.
I was like, oh man.
I wish it said
Set it up
lovers.
as if they like it gets gay somewhere down the
No,
line.
you're thinking
I'm
of
really
Enema. You're
interested.
thinking of Enema Mine.
They got a remake?
No,
No, it's just a really bad poster.
Oh.
but it has Dennis
It looks
Quaid.
like a modern
Yeah.
poster compared to that.
It's a young Dennis Quaid. Wow.
Yeah.
Handsome guy. He kind of looks like Tom Cruise.
He looks kind of like Nicholson's Joker.
Oh, a little bit.
But he's got the
Yeah, the little smile.
I
he's
can
got
see
the
it.
squinty eyes.
Yeah, I want to
Sucking
see
lips.
this.
It looks like a really cool.
It
I
has
think this
the,
movie
it has
has
the same plot as the first few minutes of Kong Skull Island.
It could be.
Yeah.
Wait, first the two survivors and the
I heard it's
enemies,
got-
and they fight, and then oh shit, there's monsters, so they have to band together.
It's a
together.
sci-fi movie that has like a decent cult following.
I love how the makeup looks. I think is this Shape of Water?
Could be.
But yeah, that
Oh,
one.
he's got a little baby.
That was another. Oh wait, just one quick shout out to Shape of Water. I really like the fish guy's design.
Oh, the design was great.
Like this
Yeah.
the good use of CG and like practical like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
it was
looks
a nice
amazing.
mix for sure. And then the new release movie,
Is Puppet Master, the Littlest Reich.
yeah, it
What
comes
the
out on
fuck?
demand and in theaters. Well, I think it's a limited theater. I don't think
Yeah.
that we're gonna get any local ones, but it's available on demand the same day. Comes out on the 17th.
This is the Puppet Master continuation / reboot,
Yeah.
possibly. All hell breaks loose when a strange force animates the puppets up for auction at a convention, setting them on a bloody killing spree that's motivated by an evil as old as time, or at least World War II.
Have you seen any of the Puppet Master movies?
I haven't.
No,
actually.
I watched them a lot when I was a kid. Like I've seen some of them.
I've
They're
heard of
just
them.
cheesy B movie fun, dude.
So here's some puppets.
Should I watch them in preparation, or can I watch
There's
this
a
without?
there's a
There's
lot
a lot
of
of
Puppet Master
them.
movies. You don't gotta watch them. You just gotta understand it's a bunch of killer puppets. In this movie, they're about to be auctioned off, and then they escape and start going on a murder spree.
I'll watch like the original one, and then I'll watch this
That's
one.
a
Yeah.
fucking cool poster.
That is a dope poster.
Dude,
I like
Puppet
that.
Master is some cool movies.
That was a horror movie I
It's-
always heard about
it's
as a
fun
kid that I
horror.
never watched. That and Candyman.
Ooh,
I remember
Candyman's.
Candyman.
I
Yeah,
never
that's
saw
alright.
Candyman.
But this one seems fun. It's got what's his name?
Tom Lennon.
Tom Lennon. Yeah, that is the guy from Reno 911, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Lieutenant Dangle.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Littlest Reich, Nazis.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Has it always been
There's
about
actually
Nazis?
a scene in
There's
the
one
trailer.
See, there's a whole Nazi one
Yeah,
there.
I believe that they were Nazi
That one's-
experiments, the puppets themselves.
What the
Or, like made for
fuck?
Nazi purposes. I'm not
Interesting.
sure exactly. It's been a while, but There's one scene in the
We
movie.
need to watch all the Puppet Masters and all the Hellraiser movies.
All of them.
Yeah.
Just all of them. And
You don't
then
gotta watch
this
all that.
one.
There's some garbage ass Hellraiser movies, guys.
Basically, just watch the first two.
I like Hellraiser. Wait,
There's that one scene where there's the
connected
two-
to Hellraiser?
No.
No, I'm just
Completely
naming
unrelated.
long franchises with
Oh,
lots of
but
shit
This is
movies.
yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the
Halloween.
13th, Jason.
I really like
I
the
believe
new
Charles
Halloween.
Band is a producer of this one too, and he produced like
He
pretty
is.
much all the originals.
Based on
Based on
characters,
characters created by
Yeah.
I guess fun. Oh, Charles Band was the one too that did the
Yeah.
story for Bad Channels, that movie I was telling you about
Oh,
earlier.
interesting.
Same full moon kind of release.
So I mean, Littlest Reich.
Yeah.
It sounds promising.
Yeah, and dude, there's one part in the
sounds
trailer.
adorable.
There's one part in the trailer for this movie where Tom Lennon's talking and someone goes like, "Why would Nazis want a bunch of killer puppets?" And he's like, "Oh, believe me, if Anne Frank was hiding in your attic, puppets would find her."
Jesus Christ.
Yep. All
Wow,
right.
TJ gets all tense when we talk about 9/11. but
Yeah,
then-
now he's talking about fucking World War II,
now we're talking about the Holocaust.
making fun of Jewish girls getting killed.
What? I wasn't making fun of it. Who said they were going to
Fucking
kill
monster,
her?
get out of my
The
house.
Holocaust.
Who said they were gonna
6
kill her?
million people died. That's way more
Man,
than
I
like
said-
the measly 2000 of
And-
September
yeah.
11.
And get your facts straight.
Yeah,
I
comparing
said,
apples and oranges here, TJ.
Man, I said Anne Frank, not Helen Keller.
I just got what you were referencing.
There was a
took
genuine
me a
period of time
second.
where I got those two confused, and apparently a lot of people get that confused.
TJ almost died.
This
TJ
chair,
really
man,
took a spill
I'm too
almost.
big for it.
Big
All
man
right.
in a little chair.
Big man. In
All right,
a
cool.
little
So,
chair.
any final thoughts?
I'm excited for these 3 movies: Puppet Master,
Enemy
Littlest
Mine.
Reich,
Yeah.
Enemy Mine, and I already forgot the first
Killer
one.
Joe. You're
Killer
excited
Joe,
for
Killer
the
Joe.
movies, even though
Killer
you forgot.
Joe, Killer Joe. That's what it was. I was gonna say Joe something, but it's the second name.
All right, cool.
Ben's foaming at the mouth. He's like, the new WoW is out.
New WoW expansion came out an hour and a half ago, so
Get
I'm
the fuck out my house.
I've never played WoW.
I haven't had it.
It's not. You don't play WoW. It's a lifestyle.
yeah.
It's weird. It's
WoW
all
plays you.
It's all based. It's all based on like Owen Wilson's life.
Wow.
Oh! I get why it's
Wow.
called WoW now.
Yeah. Wow.
What? Owen Wilson.
The new WoW expansion. Ah, dude, they should pay him to be like
Wow.
a spokesperson for
Yeah,
WoW.
I would
They
pay
should.
him to be a spokesperson for anything.
Hi, Owen Wilson.
Just like
here.
literally, you just show your product, and then Owen Wilson goes,
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I'm the new WoW representative.
All right, cool. So I'm really get the fuck out of my house.